Welcome to the Van Jam Podcast.
Action. I want to buy us a thing. Is there a name for that? It's a clapper. It's not a clapper.
I should make it clap. The other day, I was singing that song at work, and I started shaking my ass. And my manager had like legit gasp. Like I never heard a human being gasp before.
Gasps and vegan.
I took her breath away.
Took my breath away.
This booty do things.
It does something.
Fuck.
Welcome to the Van Jam Podcast.
Hello.
Yeah.
I feel like my mic is too loud. But
No,
is it just my headphones
It might
then?
be
Yeah.
your headset.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I need it like that. Like I need to
Well,
be like immersed.
so when I can hear my mouth noises, I know it's too loud.
My mouth.
I think that's just loud enough.
I don't need anyone to hear my mouth noises. Precisely.
Yeah, no, it's cringy.
Yeah. Stop.
Bro, no. I'll knock all the shit off.
I could
this
sit
table.
here all day and just close my eyes and just make and listen to mouth noises.
No, that's absolutely disgusting.
I feel like it's some sort of meditation.
Make
It has to
and
be.
listen.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, like if we all just sat here and we're just like,
No. We don't need an example. We do know what we're talking about. We're all aware.
we're all adults.
I told you ASMR videos fucking make me angry.
I get that.
They make me very angry.
That's the reverse effect.
I get
I didn't get the tingles for a while. They say you get like tingles when you listen to them.
I never got the tingle.
There's only one, and it wasn't even just sound ASMR. It was like her name's like Jibby. It's like a girl that does them, and she had like a speed doctor one. Like was like a whole bunch of different types of doctors, like a physician, a dentist, optometrist, therapist, and she went through like 3-minute segments of like, hi, how you doing today? All
Nope.
right, blah, blah. And then she'll bring out the light. She's
Hate
like,
it.
all right, follow the light over here. To the right. Okay, you're doing so good.
That's what would drive me out.
And dude,
fucking nuts.
I listened to it like on repeat for like 4 or 5 days, like before I went to bed. It just did something inside. You know that feeling that you get like when you crack the beer open after a long hot day in summer, or like when you go over the hill in a car. Or
Yeah.
like but it's like so soothing.
But don't you hate those noises?
Yeah.
Like you personally hate those noises.
I can't think of one. I
We're talking
can't.
about you. We're talking about you.
I can't think of one.
He said the one, like the
Yeah,
cracking
yeah,
of the
yeah,
beer
yeah.
is one of the things.
But just the actual. Like I can crack a beer open, it does not bother
Right.
me, obviously.
But when you hear it on
Crack
TV
up.
and shit.
But when because they exaggerate it.
Right.
It's like they do it. They have this mic and they have it right next to it, and you hear all the fucking droplets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
yeah.
It drives me fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't think that there's a
He's
sound out
shaking
there
right now.
that makes me happy. Honestly, when like singing like certain people, the way certain people sing
Yeah.
can give me the tingles, like make me extremely
Oh,
happy.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like different emotions. Any other sound?
But is it the same thing as goosebumps? Like the
No.
I get goosebumps.
No, right? I get
but they're like
goosebumps when
angry
someone's
goosebumps. I'm
really-
like, "Yeah, fucking stop.
I've never gotten angry goosebumps.
No, you never get like they just sends a chill down your spine.
I don't know when
Not in
I
a
get
good way.
goosebumps.
I've gotten.
I rarely get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I get them a lot.
I get them a lot.
Life is.
You know what gives me
thrilling to
goosebumps? You know the foam on this. If I was to rub my hand on that, would fucking just send chills. Not in a good way.
So yeah, your goosebumps don't sound like they're good.
No, they're not. They usually
My
don't ever.
goosebumps are like a good time.
My bumps. My lovely goosey bumps. Check it out.
I mean, I think there's a situation where I get good goosebumps where like somebody sings so well that I'm like, oh, like
Yeah, that's
like that.
exactly what I'm
I've
talking
got
about.
that, but like cringe, like those goosebumps are like these, like this is like a cringy goosebump where you're like something's like completely creeps you out and you get like when you think something's chasing you up the stairs from the basement and you
My
get that
first reaction is not goosebumps.
That's what is it?
to run.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
think-
run, but like you get like the hair on the back of your neck
They're,
stands
like,
up.
one in the
yeah.
same. Like, yeah, I get that.
It's like a fight or flight reaction. It's like a fucking yeah, dude. Foam fingers, you know, the number one. Nobody was ever number one for me. I wasn't doing it. Not unless you brought another glove. But then, like, even the thought of it, I could literally give
glove on
myself
foam.
goosebumps right now,
Yeah.
thinking about the feeling as if I was
I
to
know
touch
what
the
that
end of this
feeling is,
microphone.
but it's not goosebumps for
It
me.
is.
Because it's what I was talking to you about with the dentist thing. The like metal, when they,
Oh yeah.
oh my God. See that, I could do that. Like it makes me
cringy.
full body cringe.
Yeah, but you don't get goosebumps like that.
But that
It doesn't make me-
nitrous gets rid of it, so it's fine.
Oh yeah. Therese loves nitrous.
No, I
Fucking
like
hippie
it at the
crack.
dentist because I hate the dentist.
And they
It gives
bribe
me a
you
lot
with
of
it.
anxiety.
They said,
And that's how my
hey,
dentist
we're gonna
gets me
take
in the
care of your
office.
teeth if you come.
I'll be honest with you. The
correct.
last time I went to the dentist, he gave me like just like sedatives, just pills, and those things were lit. Like I was mad chill. I was like, all right, cool. Like, you good. I was awake for the whole
Put
thing.
that
I
pig
had a-
nose on me, bitch.
I had a
Let's go.
fine ass dentist too. She looked good as hell. I was like I was hitting on her, like, so girl, like, but I was chilling. Like he numbed me up. It was just like literally just to calm me. That's probably just like a Vicodin or something. I don't fucking know, but I have no idea. I don't know anything about that stuff. But he fucking gave me like this little pill pack. I took it and I was
Were you getting something done or just to
yeah.
get
No, I
your
had to
teeth
get,
clean?
no, I had to
Oh.
get my teeth pulled.
No, to get my teeth clean, they give me nitrous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like it.
You're a crackhead.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like what? The nitrous or the teeth cleaning?
We're gonna
No.
lose her at a festival. You're gonna find
You're
Therese buying
not. You're
tanks.
real. I promise you, you're not. It's just like
She's gonna
it's
come
that
back. I froze
noise.
my hand.
That noise does so much that I need it,
That's crazy.
That's wild.
and like I don't care with
guys
the
wanna do
nitrous and my
whippets?
headphones. No, I don't want to.
Some in the cabinet. All right.
So anyway,
Enough about goosebumps and whippets.
I wasn't
Teresa's,
talking about whippet.
Teresa's hippie crack addiction.
It's prescribed.
Doesn't make it any better.
Unreal.
They give you 5 minutes of straight oxygen before and after. They put you on it, or maybe just after.
The last time I had like nitrous at a dentist, they put the little shit on me, and I was getting, I forget what I was getting done. I think I was getting I was getting teeth pulled. No, it wasn't my wisdom teeth. I was getting teeth pulled when I got my braces on, and they put that fucking clamp in my mouth that like holds it like wide open. And I didn't eat because they said like, oh, you might have to go under. So I already wasn't feeling good. Then they gave me the nitrous, and I was like, my mouth's open. I'm not breathing right. I feel my body get flush. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking puke. I grabbed the clamp and ripped it out of my mouth, and they handed like a bowl like this.
Yeah.
But I'm like throwing nothing up because I didn't eat all night.
Yeah.
So
Well, we have very
terrible
different
fucking
experiences.
experience.
Therese, we hear you had a terrible experience recently.
I did.
Yeah,
I was
Therese.
kidnapped.
Whoa, are you
Whoa.
okay? Like what happened? Like,
Did
are
we
you
have a conversation about kidnapping on the podcast before? Whether or
No.
not it's called kidnapping when they're adults, or did we just have that?
Nah.
No, I think we just had that in real life because I
like-
do remember that conversation.
like? Are you okay?
I was
Like
abducted in plain sight.
by who? What? Oh my god!
You poor thing.
The two people at this table.
Blasphemous.
She's a liar.
Judas.
So I was told that we had a meeting
Speak on it.
in Atlantic City and that I had to drive,
And you'll be reimbursed.
which all sounded normal. Because they both drive vans. so I drive. Fuel efficient.
So I drive.
And then
Grade 6 and then.
Go ahead. This is how you said so I drive. So I drive. Straight to Gulag.
Hey, bro.
So we all meet up. I'm like, I don't feel like driving anymore. So I was like, fuck it. Your driving scares me. Drew can drive. So then I was like, well, yeah, which I didn't really think about it in the moment. But anyway, you can't sit behind Drew because the seat, my car is small. So I sit in the back seat. So now I'm fully vulnerable.
We gave him the full picture.
This is a big breakdown,
I
though.
know it is.
I was abducted.
Okay.
I mean, in
get it.
fairness, you came here to pick me
you
up.
are valid.
and then we went.
You're heard.
The whole time we're in your car.
But that's why I said I moved to the back.
Yeah,
so
no, I
it
get
wasn't
it.
like I was in control of the vehicle or I could even grab the wheel. It
I
wasn't.
mean,
like
we didn't
Okay.
put restraints on you.
Anyway, so we start driving towards Atlantic City, and I'm told with a big smile, so I don't know whether you're serious or not. Now I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore. That we are not going to a meeting. We are going to a singles mixer.
Where was it?
The place?
Yeah.
The place, yeah, that we were going to the single mixer at.
The place you told me was different.
Yeah, and
you told me the wrong place.
I did that by accident. That would have happened if
right.
we were
So
really
I
going.
look up the food. I'm like, yo, their mozzarella sticks.
All right,
crazy.
can I just interject real quick? Because this is what was hilarious to me. So the place we went to was Tony's Baltimore Grill, which is a 24-hour bar in Atlantic City. That's just like it's like a staple of Atlantic City.
Right.
But it's divey. Okay, it's got like this mobster vibe to it. Like it does.
The lady running the dining room too.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So
Shout
I
out
get in
Tina.
the car. Now, mind you, I haven't looked any of this shit up. I don't know any about this place. So I just know that we're going
You
there.
don't know
because
anything.
I-
Tell us about it.
Listen, I don't know anything about the bar itself. I've never been there, and I didn't look it up because I'm like, it's a dive bar. Like, what the fuck do I care about?
Where are we going to check it out for a possible open mic?
Yes, exactly. So I get in
Which
the car.
was the story I was told.
He
Different.
texts her and says the name of the place is Tony Baloney's, and I thought it was like an autocorrect thing. Like he tried to type Tony's Baltimore because it happens with him a lot. So she looks up Tony Baloney's. And
It's a real place.
It's a real place, and
They have great mozzarella sticks.
So I get in the car and she starts talking to me about the menu. She was like, "Did you look at the food? It looks amazing." And I'm like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "Well, the place has been there forever, so I assume like they probably have like good food, whatever." And she's like the men like the mozzarella sticks and this. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." Like how fucking good could they be? It's like probably bar food. This whole time she's talking about two different places. I didn't know that she didn't
you should
know.
really
even,
look up this place. They have crazy food. Anyway,
You wanna
we've
go?
never
We'll
tried
we'll
it.
take you. We'll take you out.
I deserve it.
You do.
I didn't know that she didn't know the name of the actual place that we were going. So we're just talking to each other about two different things unknowingly. So anyway, we tell you where we're going. You're in the back seat of the car. What happens next?
Well, here's the thing. By the time that you had finished your sentence, I forgot where the sentence started. And it started at
Let's talk about
singles mixer. And so I obviously started crying.
I wish I had a video. I would love to just.
That
put
would have
it.
been fantastic to just have in the corner of the podcast, like right
I was
here.
laughing and crying.
If anybody has,
separately, it was funny and also devastating.
if anybody's ever seen somebody trip out on acid and laugh and cry at the same time, that's what we were watching.
But she wasn't.
She was.
And they almost let me drive. If I hadn't been like, yo, I don't want to drive, you guys would have let me drive through that.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's really.
I think I underestimate how little you like to drive. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vastly underestimate. Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, she'll drive. You're like, yeah, I'll drive. I'm like, okay, cool. And then you're like, I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive.
Well, this is honestly, in my experience too, the first couple of times that she's been like, I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive.
I made you drive back from Virginia.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But did you drive to Virginia?
You
No.
probably came with Max.
Yeah, I came with Max.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not me.
How'd you get to Virginia?
I lived there.
Yeah. How'd you get there?
Were you?
Oh, yeah, I did drive. I drove back and forth a lot.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna say you
that's
did
not
live here.
I
jet.
do.
Helipad on the roof. Teleport.
Alfred,
I don't-
load up the chopper.
I don't mind driving, but I am an anxious driver. I don't trust anyone else.
That's fair.
Anyway.
So laughing, crying. We're on Mays Landing Road. We're heading. Continue.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes, so I was like, after I laughed and cried for a little while and they just like really didn't know what to do because I don't really know whether I would know what to do if someone was just laughing and crying.
I felt bad.
Oh, did you feel bad? Did you feel bad for deceiving me?
Go on. Please.
After that, then I asked what we were doing and I like asked to see the poster or whatever and I realized it was a singles mixer.
So you forgot again that it was a single. So she was reminded.
The tears just started flowing. Just flowing.
Yeah.
So then we get there.
Yeah, and you guys can take it from there because it was really an out of body experience for me.
Yo, you disassociated the whole time.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be 100% honest here. Anything that happened that made you feel uncomfortable while we were there was in your own head because it was nothing.
No, it was nothing like, it was just like a fever dream for
I know
sure.
it was completely like.
It was just, I mean, I don't know.
Well, you also have to
I kind of
realize-
know what to expect.
Right,
yeah.
because you knew what you were going to.
Yeah, but you had a good
So-
hour to soak it in on the way there.
That's why I told her earlier. I didn't want to pull up and her just be like,
Oh, that would have been much better for
we
me.
walk in the door. We walk in the door, and they're sitting face to face, and Drew goes, "Oh, no. It's not speed dating. I promise it's not speed dating."
I did say that because everybody's sitting across from the table. I was like, she
because he
freezes
saw-
up, and she's like, I was like, it's not speed dating. It is
I
not
wish
speed
it was
dating.
speed dating. I feel like that would have been easier.
I feel like speed dating would have been more fun.
I literally
just-
snuck
you know,
out of
Sort
the
of.
one partner.
It kind of was in that one part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I snuck
I
back
went
to
on
the
a
table.
date with
Yeah, I
a
figured.
51-year-old woman who kept talking about how her son was 35 the whole time.
I saw you on that date. That's
And
hilarious.
I was just
They
like,
were on some beach chairs in the middle.
She started
of the bar.
talking too much. She said I was too young to like the Grateful Dead, and I was like, "You're too young to like the Grateful Dead."
Okay, bitch, have you seen them play this?
It was like the weirdest experience ever. And then she tried to like
Did she touch
hand
your
me
leg?
over to like another
touch your
girl.
leg? Did she touch
No,
you?
she didn't. She didn't.
Did
But
she give you a through the pants dick
I
rub?
wish. Through the pants dick rub at the singles mixer in Tiny Baltimore's on a Monday. She tried to.
It was
like,
on a Monday.
Yeah.
Listen, she tried to hand me off to this other girl, and like she looked at me and was just like, "Hey, I gotta go." I was like, "You're good. Like you're good.
Girl, don't make this more awkward.
Yeah,
You've been out of the game for a while. Babe.
Just walk away. Like you're good. I don't want to be here. This is not who I thought I was getting matched up with when I turned around."
Yeah, it was
And
face
Tina-
the wall and then back up.
No,
with
but
her
Tina
hand
put
up.
me there.
I know.
Tina moved me and put me there.
Yeah, but I think because like, all right,
She
so
was like,
this
"He
is
can
what
handle
happened. So they lined us all up, guys and girls, and then you had to like, then Tina rearranged us, and you had to back up and see whose hand you grabbed. So it's like depending on how you have your arm.
You're right.
Could
I don't know.
change who you end
Tina,
up
you let
with.
me know. Were you trying to throw me an alley oop, or were you trying to say we have to solve
He said this
now,
motherfucker
right?
ain't had no gilf pussy though. So.
Then she goes up to Tina. She's like, "Did you know he was only 23?" And she goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo." That's why I think she was plotting. Shout out Tina, the beach rave queen.
Yeah.
So they had like little dates set up. So they did that little thing, and then they had like a movie night. So they had like an iPad playing movies with popcorn, which is cool. And then they had
I
that's
didn't
where
realize that it was all this. Okay.
yeah. So that's where Katie was sitting when she was talking to the dude. They had like an iPad at the booth, and they had like the little thing.
Oh, okay.
And then the middle table was like fine dining. So they had like candles and like a dinner. Like you would eat there, obviously, if you had the food, whatever. But then there was you guys were in camping. Or
Yeah, woods,
yeah,
woods.
yeah. It was like a camouflage and whatever. And then there was a beach one, and then like a game table. So I was sitting at the fine dining table with the girl that I got matched up with, which was cool. Like we were actually like having good
Who was
conversation.
it?
The girl at our table that was next to
She,
me.
yeah, she was sitting at our table.
Okay, yeah.
So we were talking, like cutting it up. Like she works at the aquarium. She does like sales or whatever. Yeah, like all kinds of cool shit. And like we're having a good conversation. And then like her friend was matched up with this other dude. Like, first of all, why the fuck would you go stand in the front? Like, I understand that you're being a supportive friend by showing up, but like you have a boyfriend.
And he came too.
And he came to, and it's fine, like for the thing, but like don't make it
Involved
weird
in
once
the-
you,
yeah, yeah.
No,
once you like
here's
have
the
to sit
thing,
down and get
though.
to know somebody. Like just shut the fuck up and talk to him. Like talk for a little
Oh,
bit. You know what I
I
mean?
see.
She was like, "Oh, I gotta use the bathroom," and like so her friend went. I was like, "All right, cool." Like that kind of just like fucked my whole thing up. Not that I was even looking for anything, but it was a cool conversation.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like-
You're just
yeah, I was like, all right, cool. Like, not to mention I spent an hour of my night at the fucking bar
hour and 20 minutes, probably 30.
trying to get drinks, but
Hey,
we're not going to get into that.
somebody
'cause
heard
it-
about it at the end of the night.
And they still-
that's all that matters.
And they charged my card twice. The one's still pending, like to get like taken off, but they like, yeah.
For the total amount twice?
For no, like the total of the bill and the total with the tip. Like there's two of them. Like I guess I don't know.
It should
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
I know it'll go away, but it's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
It's the longest.
It's just
that
a
one
nice
It's
reminder.
the principle.
It gives me anxiety.
I'm not going to talk about my bar experience there. They were understaffed. Let's just say that behind
There
the
was
bar.
one bartender.
One bartender, and he was
It's not his fault.
Problematic at best. Moving right along.
semi-competent.
Safe to say we're not doing an open mic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe to say the fucking venue search didn't work out.
Yeah.
BT dubs.
The real
Much like
reason
our
we did go there
relationships.
was that we wanted to see the place for an open mic and check out Tina because she throws the beach raves.
Yeah.
And she's cool people, but
Shout out Noah Trope, her business on there. We got a beach rave, but indoors at Anchor Rock Club, March 19th, 7th p.m. 7th
7th p.m.
7th p.m.
The 7th p.m. out of all the p.m.s.
the 7th p.m. to the 1st a.m. But we'll be there.
It's
I'll be
still
DJing. Pretty sure tickets gonna be like $10 at the door. It all goes to the Atlantic City Art Foundation. It's a big fundraiser for that shit down there. So a lot of DJs. Saturdays is on the lineup.
Word.
Yeah, Sven is on the lineup.
Sven?
Shout out Michael
Sven?
Clark, Bad Attitudes. He DJ'd the Fatal Flaws mixer. Yeah, that's just a shameless
that's
plug.
what
Sorry.
it was called, a Fatal Flaws mixer. So we didn't even explain that we walked in and they gave you a name tag. You don't write your name, you write your fatal flaw.
Her flaw was
So let's
that she
introduce
was-
ourselves as our flaws.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say what you're gonna say.
Go ahead and say it.
What?
Go ahead.
Mine or yours?
Oh,
Mine.
hers. I thought you meant.
It was here. What was it? I don't remember exactly the wording.
Mine was, I was tricked into being here. - gullible.
Yes, then gullible. What was yours, Marcus?
Then I was
No, he doesn't even know what it is, but go ahead.
deceptively emotionally available.
Yeah.
There it is.
And all you ladies out there, you know what we're talking about.
Baby. So,
know they're
baby,
watching,
get in a
too.
relationship with me for a week.
Yo, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Second bleep of the pod. That's crazy.
Fucking bleeping that. Give me a
You
fucking
motherfucker,
break.
I'll kill you.
Bro, just not right now, dude.
Dog shit. Y'all moving.
Fucking Christ.
Y'all moving.
man.
Y'all good.
And we're good. We're good. I know where we stand. We're good.
Therese, I'm so sorry. It's been a rough week.
In the car with us.
I know. I didn't bleep the last pod.
Would be the first bleep of the pod.
No, I'm not bleeping this shit out. I don't think I give a fuck.
Are you guys done? Are we done now?
Yeah, I'm a little upset, but it's fine.
Oh, don't do that in the mic again. Fuck. Oh. My tag was 3 drink minimum.
Oh yeah. That was.
And
that
it
was
took me a fucking long time to get there.
Yeah.
So everybody quickly learned why that was my fucking.
We also got skimped out of a pizza. We all got.
Yeah, we did get skimped out of a pizza.
That pizza was
They were-
good though.
they were pretty
I'll
big,
give
too.
it that. Shout out to the
We didn't
Baltimore
need
Girls
another
pizza
one.
because like
Yeah, we did.
if I was just like for some drunk food,
Oh, it's
Yo,
fucking pizza,
you
that
were
shit.
Low-key, it came out, was fresh, and then was cold by the time
Like,
Drew came back
yeah,
from trying to
yeah.
pay the tab, which he did not do successfully.
No, I did not. Well, it wasn't. I was trying. So here's a funny story from the bar. So I'm ordering drinks and I'm like, I see how long it's fucking taking, and I'm already like, I was being very. If anyone knows me, I was being very patient for once. So he comes over. He's like, oh, like finally gets to me to get my order. I'm like, okay, I'll get a double of Jameson and another beer for him. I got you a wine, and then I got 2 doubles of Maker's Mark and a Yingling for me because you can't order a triple. Like, it's not a thing. It's illegal. Like, you can't serve somebody that much at one time. So I'm like, 2 doubles of Maker's Mark and my beer. He's like, okay. So he finally gets around to it after asking me to repeat my. Like, I hate when people aren't ready for the order. Like, oh, what are you having? And then they just keep asking you to repeat it because they weren't actually like physically, mentally here. Anyway, so he gives me the two shots of Maker's Mark, and they're in like the tall, like a juice cup almost, because he's running out of glasses. So I just take the one and pour it into the other, which I know you can't do. I used to bartend. I know these things. But at this point, it's the principle, and I don't give a fuck. So I fucking pour it in there, and he's like, can you not do that? You're going to get us both in trouble. I'm not allowed to. I was like, oh, okay. And I fucking think it, and I shoot all 4 shots back. I'm like, bro, fuck this, man. And he's like, all right, that's better. But now I'm going to have to close you out. I was like, cool, we were closing out anyway. And then he spent another 20. Started walking around.
Are you shitting
Oh, no, he said he was going to close me
He was
out.
the one that
I
said
think I was
that
there
we
for
had to
I was there
close
for
out.
that. Yeah, I walked
Yeah.
up right at that moment when he was putting the 2 shots together, and he said that shit. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I was just going to
I
talk
was like,
to you
cool,
about.
all right, we're closing out. Like, that's fine. And then I
And then
sat
you
there
walked
and
up.
waited.
And then I walked up, grabbed my
Yeah.
wine, and walked back. Yeah.
And then I sat there and waited to close out. And I eventually got to a fucking boiling point where I was like, if I stay here any longer, I'm going to flip. So I'm just going to walk away. And then somebody else is going to come close out because Dre was about to come out.
I had 2 wines at that point, so I was like, I could tell someone else. Let's go.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know who Dre is,
don't need to know. Yeah, he asked me. He's like, does she want another one? I was like, yes, yeah, get another one.
So that was the singles mixer.
Yeah, and it was a very nice event. It was
a cool
successful.
event.
Shout out
And then we
to
had
you,
the open mic since then. We had our
Yes.
who was featured? Marco Romeo.
Marco Romeo.
Killed it. Absolutely killed it. It was a cool vibe in there last week. It wasn't
It was.
crazy
It
busy, but
was.
the energy was nuts.
Well, we had Nola as a feature vendor since we've filmed a podcast as well. We had Nola and then we had Marco Romeo. So we're also doing featured vendors.
Yeah.
Featured vendors as
Hit our
well.
line, please.
Yes. We got a nice little stocked.
Roster.
Yeah, I know this is gonna come out after the Sojo episode, or Sojo night, but we got Sojo.
So he will have performed.
Yeah, he
by
will.
then, but
We will.
Mouse, Ryan Curtis, for the next couple weeks. I know we got a couple more people lined up, but it's a lot of nice shit.
Word.
A lot of big shit coming.
We also announced Casey Ray's
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you want me to do it? Oh, okay. So, well, this will come out before Casey Ray's then, right?
Yeah.
Before the. All right. So March 10th, we have our open mic at Casey Ray's, which we talked about before. So trying to do that one even bigger, just stay in the course with that. But then we got offered the 5th Thursday, which is the 31st of March. And that one we'll be doing a open mic competition with cash prizes. We'll have 3 top prizes. But it'll be first, second, third. Everybody, they'll all get something. But I think we're gonna do we're gonna go big. I think we're gonna do like a $200 cash prize for first. Try to make people really come out, show out, and
Absolutely.
yep. So if you want to get on that list, make sure you guys get there early.
I'm thinking we honestly set at like 7:30. I say
We can do that.
No earlier than 7. Like if they want to wait in line, they can wait in line.
I mean, the bottom line is, as long as whoever we have judging it, if that's what we decide to do, whoever we have judging, as long as they're there and they have to perform, like, it is what it is. But I think, yeah.
No, yeah, well, I'm saying like we start at like 8 or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, I think just because it's competition,
list.
like the list. Like I'm saying, I'm saying we do like I think for that one we have 1 through 15 written down, and they pick where they want to go.
Okay.
I think
Oh, if you get there early, bitches, you could choose your.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's because
And then once the list
I
fills
mean,
up, we start.
people think they're
No, I
doing
like
that
that.
anyway.
They
That's
do-
what they
they
think
do.
they're doing at the front.
Well, I think we. I mean,
They're
we-
like, I'm like, the list is full. They're like, well, there's slots right
are you
here.
just
I'm like, it's not
exposing us?
numbered.
yeah, you kind of are.
Well,
giving
no,
them
because
tips.
I do that so that people can write their name down, so that I
I get
can
it.
spell it. It's not the actual list.
And for that, we thank you.
Anyway. It's just so I know people's names. Because people mumble is a lot.
Yeah, that is true. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a good way to incentivize like one, people coming out early, 2, the artists coming. And I say maybe there are a couple little extra slots just in case a couple people fall. Like
Yeah, we might be able to do. Right now, I have 15 in my head. I'll sit down. We'll figure out the numbers. I was thinking maybe doing 15 with a little bit longer sets, like 7-minute sets. I like that.
Yeah,
better.
that and even I don't know how you feel about this. I haven't brought it up to you.
Let's bring it up on the pod.
Let's do it.
We do everything else live.
Why the
I
fuck
thought
not?
we were having 3 top prizes at open mic. I didn't know that. He's like, we'll figure it
I
out.
was gonna figure it out, and I
And
did.
then I just live on stage brought up whether or not we should do interviews from now on.
But we did talk about it.
These are all
did.
things that have come up, but it's just like we just bring it on each other.
Thank you, Marco Romeo, for pushing us to do it.
Yeah, that was actually a
But,
really cool segment that he did there.
If you want to do a set,
Me?
yeah, open the show up.
Oh, get everybody in the mood.
Me? Open? I don't want to open. Fucking hate opening. I guess I will. I don't
It's
know.
literally your event.
It's our event.
Yeah, but you hear what
Keep telling me it's my event, and let's see how it goes. Because I'll get up there like, everybody, shut the fuck up. No,
Look at Steve. Like Steve, it's time.
cut his mic.
Tell Keith to get the taser. I was just like, no, I'll fuck with you, man.
Come on, Drew.
Jumping all around. Shut up, house, yeah. I still got to bring him a vegan cheesesteak.
But yes, so that's what we're going to do for that one, and that'll be happening every 3 months, I believe.
Every 3 months.
So
every 5th Thursday.
every month that has a 5th Thursday is when we'll be doing it. So I think
So every 5th Thursday.
yeah. That was a microaggression.
I think so.
It was. Oh, now we're rolling our eyes at those. Okay, remember that. Because I got a lot of them coming.
Hey, bro.
Should we dip into the bowl?
Should we dive
Shall
in?
we? So we have a
What
bowl.
is the bowl? You brought the bowl. You brought the bowl to us.
So just so everyone knows, we're at 30 minutes. Just so you
Okay, I
guys
think
know.
it's a perfect time to get
Yeah,
into it.
beautiful. It is. I was
So I bought a book that's like 3,000 questions to just get to know yourself. And I was like, I bought a couple books to like diary books that I'll probably never write in, but just to kind of spark conversation. Because sometimes we sit here and we run out of questions. We just talk aimlessly and
Marcos asks his own questions to himself.
we get into doing
like those
drugs
segments.
and all kinds of stuff. So
This is who I am. Do you love me or do you not love me? Please
I
tell
do
me.
love you. We love
We
you.
love you.
But so anyway, to just kind of give us a direction, I figured this would be a cool thing. So I pulled out like one section of pages and then cut them into strips because they're just little 1-sentence questions. And we're gonna draw from this and see. There'll be 2 questions on it, one front and back, because the pages are double-sided, like a normal book. So just read both sides, see which one you like, and then
And
I think we should each pick one and then pick which question on it that we like, and then we'll go.
like
We'll
that.
start from there.
And are we going to ask everybody?
Yeah, I think we go around.
Okay.
We all
Yeah.
answer that.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right,
All right.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel about metal clinking?
That doesn't bother me.
I feel like it's like pitched.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
I'm also. I mean, I'm a mechanic.
Do you remember
too, so
the thing at
beating on shit with? And I did metal work. Like
at Nate's house? He had like the chimes, like the big
yeah,
huge chimes.
Yeah. Those were so
Dude, that was a
dope.
crazy event.
Those were dope. Oh,
Okay.
I already know where that one's gonna go.
Okay. Who's
Oh
going first?
fuck, man. Go ahead. Yeah. You
I'll go first. Mine is, what is your current state of mind?
Ooh,
I like that one.
I would.
I don't know how to quantify that.
Do you have an answer?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Stressed.
Okay.
Very stressed, but in the best way possible.
Christ, dude, don't look me in the eyes when you see something very stressed. I'll turn the camera right here so you can feel what I'm feeling. Actually.
No, very stressed, but in the best way possible. A stress that puts you under the boot of
Like motivation.
of failure with the curb being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like
And there's a healthy kind of stress.
It is. And it's a stress that puts that fire under your ass
Yeah.
to get you going. It's the search for more life right now. I think personally for me, I'm trying to find the balance between my 9 to 5, this, and then being able to live my life and also create. Like putting out the song the other night was just something I was just like, I had the song in the vault and I heard it when I was at the studio with Mouse, and I was showing him tracks I had in the vault. I was like, this is perfect. Like I'm putting it out.
Yeah.
And just even doing that to contacting the promoter, like just those, it's trying to find how.
Sometimes putting out content like that gives you not. I don't want to say a sense of normalcy, but it's just like I don't know. It's that gratification.
I told myself
It's
I was
like-
going to put out another song.
Productivity too.
Yeah.
I told myself I was going to put out a song within a year from Lie to Me, and Lie to Me came out in March.
Okay.
So that's one of the things too as well. But yeah, I think I'm just in a place where I'm very stressed and I'm like, but like I know that like I gotta figure the puzzle pieces out for not only the business, not only everything, but for me.
Just balance in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Boundaries, balance, all of it.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
There we go.
Hey, bro.
We're working on boundaries this year, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna try to cut back our kidnapping stats. So right now we're at 1. Next year we're aiming for a half.
I would say that was like a 0.75.
Okay.
All right, we'll do better next time. Give you a full on blanket
Anyway.
party.
A little rope, a little tape.
My current state of mind. I feel like it's pretty good. The weather's getting nicer, so that
Yeah.
usually gives me a little,
Let's go to the beach.
well, not like that, but anyway.
I feel like the weather teases us this kind of year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's like-
It has
it's
been
so
going
bad.
back.
It's like your seasonal depression is done. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But this is like, I like this time a lot when it like
Yeah.
comes.
It makes the
back to
nice
life.
days better.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it really does. Yeah, so pretty good. You
Okay.
know.
Good. How about you?
Doing okay. How about
My
you?
state of mind is ambitious, but I feel like as of recent, as I always struggle with, the like imposter syndrome, like but I think it's because I'm not creating enough. So that's why, like, we were talking about doing the different things for possibly like some improv comedy and some things that might not technically make me a lot of money, but that I want to do just creatively for the same reasons that you do. Like, I don't really have the, there is a balance. I mean, I'm neglecting shit, getting my van done and all this stuff. Like, that's stuff that I need to really like hammer down on. But I think that's it. Like, I'm ambitious about what we're doing, so I wake up every day and I'm like thinking like, what can we do next and what are we doing next? And then I think when we have lull periods, kind of like we had today, and we're like, we need a meeting, I was like, let's do a podcast. Like, I just needed to feel productive.
Yeah.
And I think part of that stems from the fact that the beginning of end of January, beginning of February was so fucking hectic for us that now we've been like kind of on cruise control. We're like, nah, this isn't okay. I need to get back to that.
It feels like we're in a lull, even though we're really not. Like,
yeah, and then March is going to be fucking nuts for us as well. And but yeah, I guess I would say that's where my mind's at. I mean, as far as the other shit in life, dating and any of that, I don't really give a fuck about at this point.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I like having somebody there. I like attention. That's how I've boiled it down.
Okay.
that's fair. That's very.
So I matched with Becca on Hinge the other day. She was like, just like playing, like, oh, hey, like, you look familiar, whatever. And she was like, what are you doing on Hinge? And I like actually sat back and thought about it. I was like, to be honest with you, I'm just looking for attention. Like, I'm not going on dates with any of these people. Like, I'm literally like just looking for somebody to have some fucking conversation with, like, and just attention. Like,
Well, let me ask you. So, is Hinge the only dating app that you're on right now?
no, dude, I'm on like 3 of them.
Is Facebook dating one of them? Buddy?
No,
It's scary.
I was. Facebook dating is a scary place.
It is terrifying.
I did not know that Facebook had a dating.
I want to say that I
terrifying.
deactivated it like permanently because I think there's like a thing for that.
Ladies, let's pull them up.
I think I like accidentally did that. Like when I got my last little fucking short stint of a relationship, I was like, I'm not gonna need this.
Was it longer than a week?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was a nice try though. To be honest with you,
It was a weekend.
this isn't a shot at you, so don't take it as that. But I'm telling you this: if I ever had a relationship that lasted a week, I would never count it as a relationship.
And we'll circle back off air. But anyway,
if they ask me, like, if I'll put it to you this way: if somebody was to ask me, like, say I'd had a 1 week relationship between now and when me and Rach dated, like, have you dated anybody since? I'd be like, no. I barely count the last one I was in, and that was like a couple months. But it was just, she was way further in it than I was, and I was like, this is not,
Hey man, that's life.
But yeah, so that's where our state of mind is. We got off track here. Therese?
we kind of answered this question in answering.
Did you read both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
The other one's stupid.
All right, well, then pick a different one.
Okay.
Here, I'll read one of mine.
We just toss these.
Yeah, I'll just throw them over there. We'll just get rid of them.
Go ahead and read yours.
The one is, what is something you'd like to grow instead of buying? And I just feel like it's just going to be weed. Like, I mean, for me, I don't know. What else will we grow besides buy? Avocados? Like, that's not realistic.
Can't grow them here unless we have a greenhouse.
So what's the other one?
Where do you cut costs when you need to save? I don't. So that's my answer.
You want
just be broke.
to know where I cut costs? I started buying Blue Game Minis instead of Dutch Master Ball. Because they're smaller in weight.
Bro, they're 99. Oh, for the weed. Never mind.
For the weed.
Yeah.
They're tinier.
$1.29.
Oh my God, how much these? Dude, he just buys Blue Game Minis and faces 5 of them in a row. He said, yes, to be frugal.
No, because it made me realize how much weed I actually need. Because Blue Game Minis are like a joint size blunt.
Yeah.
So it's, and when I roll blunts, I usually cut them down anyway. Like I roll them up like 2/3. But yeah, that's what I cut.
Okay. Go ahead. What'd you get next?
How do you describe millennials?
Oh, this will be interesting because I'm the only millennial here, aren't I?
I thought it was fun.
Well, go ahead. No, I'm waiting for you guys' explanation of who I am.
Outdated.
They feel very comfortable on Facebook.
Facts.
Like millennials are Facebook. Whatever we are is all Twitter. Like it's.
You can claim that. I don't think I can claim Twitter like that.
See, I struggle with that though, because Twitter really blew up in my time period as well.
Yeah.
I just never got on that train.
But it's also the energy of Twitter.
okay.
Like I feel like Facebook.
That's fair.
You can
You have
drop a
Facebook
whole
energy.
book.
Marcos
You can,
has Twitter energy.
yeah, like you're not like a bad Facebook person. Like there's good Facebook people and like bad Facebook people.
He's not like a Disney mom on Facebook.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but Facebook, you can be a Disney mom. You can be.
Yeah.
Twitter is just like you're stuck. You're confined to this, and you're confined to getting roasted the shit out of you. Like hard, fast. You know, Facebook is just like there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of bullshit.
There's a lot of misinformation everywhere. To be clear,
Yeah, but Twitter it gets fact checked.
it does on Facebook now.
Yeah,
But
I know.
some of it. I mean, it is.
It's just
all-
the energy and people that are on each
Yeah.
one. You know, that's where I would stay.
I think that Facebook energy is a really good description of millennials.
I feel like that's pretty solid description. But I mean, there's a lot more to. I see because we had this discussion before too. Like I would be considered more of like an older, like that little cross between whatever it was, Gen X and then millennials. Like my brother's technically a millennial, but that's not how we were fucking raised. Like it just had we been raised in a city or around a bunch of people, like we were raised out here. Like you know what I mean? I didn't get
Sticks.
the fucking little thing on millennials. They got everything they asked for and they're a bunch of spoiled brats. Like bro, we didn't have that shit. Like it was different for us. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I would like I would say I think it would be more prominent in the cities. Even the kids I went to school with, like that were my age. I just feel like they don't really fit the stereotype quite. I think it's like a couple of years after that, but more in the 90s, I would say, like the 90s kids. But I don't know how I would describe millennials. Like I guess it depends on the group. There's two. I mean, you know, there's the stereotype that millennials don't want to work and this is and blah 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 and they want all this shit. And I'm like, you know, some of them, I guess, but like, I don't know. That's a weird
I feel
thing.
like that's always going to be a thing with like the older generation.
Every generation after
Yeah.
that, yeah, and you know, there's facts to support some of the shit.
Yeah.
You know, like what the economy was like then versus now. Yeah, that's all well and good, but like I don't know. I'm kind of torn between some of that shit. You know, like the whole what is it? Like everybody's saying. I guess the millennial thing was the 15-hour minimum wage. Like I understand that. Like I've been out in the world. I understand that it costs more to fucking live now. Like I think that is a thing, but it should be across the board, right? Not everybody my age is like, oh, well, you know, they either are like extremely for it but not across the board, or they're so against it. And I'm just like I get it, but I also understand that like for me personally. Like, you know this about me. Like, I'll always make money. Like, I was taught how to work with my hands. I can fix fucking anything. So if I got to eat, I'm going to eat, dude. And I'm not going to bitch about making $15 an hour. I'm going to go get paid at cash. And we're going to handle business. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm going to post about it on Facebook.
IRS won't come for you, boy.
Yeah, what do we got here? That's stupid. What's the highest height which you've ever jumped into water? I don't know. I jumped off a house into water.
47.2 meters.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. Yeah, well, we have a half hour, so we have 15. Okay. Whatever.
Can you read?
I jumped off a house into water.
Into a pool?
Yeah, into a pool.
Ballsy.
Like over. Yeah, it was pretty intense. It wasn't that serious. Like after I did it, I was like, that wasn't that bad. But like the lead up to it, I'm like, what if I fall short? I'm like, it's like a 3-foot sidewalk. And like I'm in good shape at the time.
Yeah,
like, bro, like I could leap. Yeah. Anyway, regardless. So this one is: do you influence people more than they influence you?
More than? No. I feel like for me it's probably a pretty even exchange.
Yeah, I think it would be a pretty even exchange. I think at least like with what we've been doing recently, at this time in my life, I feel like I'm influencing more people than I realize, because like the way people come up and talk to me and say, you know, what we're doing and how we're doing it, and even just all those things is kind of just like, this is really how you feel. Like I can't, because we're so like in the moment with it, like it's like I can't process that, but I do know that I'm influenced by so many people, like even just creatively in the community. Like is people like Marty and Mouse and Tin, and I don't know if you know my boy Freddie. He was in a band with Ricky Cortez and
Okay.
John.
Yeah,
He was in
yeah, yeah.
Kimondo. But he's somebody that's dude. I met him in church. He was a drummer in church, and like we didn't know each other, but like you just people stick out. He's one of those people, and just creatively, like just all my life, a lot of people inspired me, but like he's one of them. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of both.
I would say this from a point of only because like what you said, I think like now more than ever, but even before we started Van Jam or anything, like when I started getting into comedy and stuff like that, and just realizing how many people actually pay attention to what I'm doing, like, and how many comments I got like when I decided to move into the van and like all this different shit that I do in my life, that sometimes it feels like nobody's watching. I get messages of people that are just like, oh, like I just want to let you know, like you know, it inspired me to do this and whatever, and not from like you know, everything I do is right, but it's just more like they're like, oh, you're trying shit, dude, you're going for it, like you're. So I would say, yeah, I think I do influence people more than they influence me in a way. There are a lot of people that influence me, but just from that point of view is where I would go with it. Is like. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but it's certain people. I mean, it's case by case.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what
it really
I mean?
is.
But that's a tough question. That is a tough question because there's people that influence me pretty heavily.
And there also
I
is.
immediately started thinking about all the alcohol brands that are like guys' names. Jack Williams. No.
Wait, what are we?
Jack
like
Daniels.
the people that influence me. You're a fucking asshole.
Evan Williams, Jack Daniels.
Evan Williams, Jack
Evan
Daniels.
Williams.
The St. Pauli girl.
Fucking confused.
No, just kind of touch on that real quick. I was listening to like an audiobook from like the 5th. Did I send it to you guys?
You sent us something that was over an hour, and
If
I
you
know
did.
you have
It wasn't over an hour. I can
It
promise you
was. It
that I
was.
sent you something else.
If you did, I'm sure I did not.
I know you
listen to
didn't.
it.
I opened it.
If I
didn't
send
listen
you
to
an audiobook, just throw it on in the background.
Just should have sent it to me on Facebook.
it. I don't listen.
But it was talking about what it means to succeed. It was from like the 50s. It was like some old guy, like,
Okay.
Man, to unlock his full potential, blah, blah, blah. But it's like the man that succeeds is the one that thinks of a goal and just works towards it. That's it.
I think seceding and succeeding are different things.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying now because secede
Secede is
would
like
mean to withdraw.
Yeah.
Succeeding.
Succeeding. Let's not say suck so hard.
She said it for the first time.
Because I was pointing out the difference.
Might
because
just
what
be
you-
your mic, but it comes
what
off
you
a
said
lot harder when you say.
Seceding is different
This is
than
the gay mic.
succeeding.
But yeah, and it was just it kind of just reminded me of that, just having something to work towards, and just that being success, and like that influencing people. Just like, bro, like we're not doing much. we're just we're just doing what we're saying that we want to do and that we're going to do, and then we follow through, and that is.
But I think it does have the ripple effect about what we've done. It reaches a lot further than I think any of us thought it would in the beginning.
Definitely.
I'm thinking, oh, we're just running open mics. I'm just giving you a place to do this. But the amount of artists that reach out to us and to me that are like, oh, what you guys are doing, like what you've created, like even Dom, like we kind of got into it last night. He's like, bro, I don't think you understand like what you guys have created. And I'm like, I don't think we really do either. Like to be honest, and it's funny, but it's like, to be honest, I'm like, I don't really think we do either, because for us, we're going in and we're doing our job. But because we stuck to everything that we said we were going to do, that we're not, we're constantly growing, we're constantly trying to do better. We're going to find the flaws in the shit we do to cultivate this vibe and to protect everybody's vibe. It shows, and it's very like, it's hard to grasp that. Once you're doing it and it's working, it just seems like, okay, it's like commonplace. But then we go to another show and I'm like, this sucks.
No offense.
I mean, she doesn't. I don't give a fuck if you're offended. Do better.
Do better.
All right, who was next? I think you had another one, right? Did you pick a new one?
We went over it before you did yours.
Yeah, I know. And you were supposed to throw it away and then pick another one.
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
That's how we were done.
Could you live without electricity for a week.
Could I? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Yeah. You know what? Any one of us could, but the other two would be really fucking pissed off at that person.
Yeah.
So,
I could. I mean, not doing what we're doing currently.
right.
No, yeah,
But like end of the world type shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like they cut the fucking power stations for a week and I gotta live. Like,
Right.
I want to.
I would like to add though that I am a generator technician, so I wouldn't have to.
with all due respect, with everything that's going on overseas right now,
Yeah.
when I was watching the news, watching everything unfold, the only thing that kept going through my mind was, I need boots. I need boots. I need boots. I was like, if something happens, I can't do it in Crocs. Because that's what was going through my mind. I looked at Becca. I said, Becca, I need boots.
Mexicans got on boots.
Mexicans got on boots.
Ukrainians got on boots.
We're staying with the Ukrainian people here over at Van Jam.
Big facts. I mean, I don't know who doesn't, but
Yeah, but we just want
fuck
to make that
you
known.
if you don't.
We just want to make that known.
Yeah. So let's go. Did you get another one?
What original movie did you love, but definitely not the sequel?
It's gonna take me a while to think of what movie
Ca-
I've seen.
I can start
twice.
firing them off if you want, but go
You
ahead.
You answer for all of us.
Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
Hands
Ooh,
down.
okay.
Second
Facts.
one. I mean,
Second
I
one,
did like
yeah.
the second one, then it just got progressively worse.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
third one. Fast and the Furious. So let's just go there. The first one, even though as horrible as the first one was, like technically, it was like an era for me, right? Like I went and saw it in the theaters, and it was just like it was when I started getting into cars. I was like, this is so dope, and whatever. And then it just, I don't know what it's become. I don't know what we're on, like 12. So fuck all the rest of those. I feel like they're gonna fuck Top Gun up. So there's that.
Are they remaking it
They're doing a sequel. Yeah,
with him?
with Tom Cruise. He's like an instructor now and like all this other shit. I feel like there's gonna be dope parts in it, like because obviously the CGI
Yeah.
is gonna be like better. Not even that there wasn't really that much CGI in the first one, to be honest with you. It was a lot of like.
But they can
real
do a
life
lot now.
Shit.
They can
Yeah,
do a lot
But we can do a lot. So,
Said we.
yeah, we can. I'm on it. I'm an extra. Wow. What else? Has sequels. Shrek. The first one was way better.
Can't tell the three apart.
I just watched the second one. Maybe the third one's good, but I just watched the second one again for like the second time. Like it's bad. Monsters Inc. First one was definitely better. Monsters University was good though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
But it wasn't really a
That's a-
sequel. That's a
that's a
prequel.
prequel.
So
Oh yeah.
all right.
Same page.
I don't know if you got another one, but the other one, like once I read the backside of it, that one's pretty good. I don't know if you guys want me to ask that
Yeah,
one.
go for it.
Name something you fear might change you.
That's deep. Money.
Yeah?
Say,
Do you really think that?
No, honestly, no, I don't.
Well, I think
Like-
I think humanly everybody can admit some point of money can change you, but like what
not even
aspect
change you,
of
but,
it?
like, what's the word? Like jade you almost.
Is it
Yeah.
the obtaining it, the saving it, the having too much, the not having enough?
I will say this, and we haven't gotten into this on the podcast, but in the point in my life when I did have a considerable amount of money, in the grand scheme of people that have money, it's like okay, it's not that much, but to have the sum of money that I had at one time, at 25 years old, however fucking old I was, 27, was a lot, and I tried to make sure, and I think I always do. Like I've always been a person that like makes sure my friends are good, like no matter what. I don't care if it fucking costs me money. I don't. That's just how I am. Like even if it's just they're having a bad week, I'm like, hey man, you want to go out? And they're like, oh, I don't have money. I'm like, oh, I got it. I didn't ask if you have money. I got it. Like, and we'll go out and fucking blow $2,000 in AC because I'm just like, yeah, you feel better now, don't you? And they're like, yeah. And then like next day they're depressed. But like. But like even like I helped my cousin buy his house. Like I just, you know, there's a side. I like to spend money. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. Like to whoever says that money doesn't buy happiness, like you're right. It doesn't buy it, but it's fun. Like, and that part makes me happy. So as far like, it would definitely take major changes in me to just be, I guess, to touch on the saving part, to be that stingy person that's just like, no, like this is my money. Like it just has, if that's what it's going to be, then it has to be money that I can't even touch. And I'm living off of residuals from that. But that's just, I want to grow something with it, whether it's my state of mind by doing something I've never done before, or whether it's actually grow a business or something. Like, I can't take it with me, so let's make it do something. The money's got to work. I'm not going to sit here and be hoarding fucking millions of dollars in my bank account and just being like, oh yeah, and like the whole time like my family's struggling. I got a friend who's fucking like, nah, dude, like I got that kind of money and my friend don't got nowhere to live. Guess what? I'll just buy you a fucking house, dude. You just fucking have it. Like, the fuck, like, you know?
Yeah, no,
and that's how I was with the, like, you know, a lot of people got on me about how I spent my money when I got it, and I'm like, yeah, some fucked up shit happened to me to get it, but like I didn't do anything for that money. I didn't work for that shit, and now, if anything, it's just a motivator to get back there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's definitely.
If I'd have just built off of that,
wouldn't have felt like you really.
Yeah, like I don't know, like it would have been dope to get that at this point in my life. Like where we're at now, and like build this business, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like, but I didn't even have this idea. Like, this didn't exist in my head at that time. Or like with my van, like if I could have sunk it into that or did something like really productive with it, that would have been fucking dope. But at the time, I thought I was going to work for my dad's business for the rest of my life. I invested money in that. You know, I bought the van. He paid, you know, the van back, but I bought tools. I bought all kinds of shit. You know, you don't know where life's going to take you. I can tell you money would definitely change me, but I don't think necessarily for the worse. Some parts. Okay. There are some parts. There's that little like alpha shit when people start trying to flex money, and
for real,
you just kind of not that I want to flex. It's just like when you act like that and you have it, it'll trigger something different.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Like they're like, I had a guy at a pool tournament one time, and he's like, oh, and he must have got a settlement too. And I'm like, bro, like in my head, I'm like, I know where you fucking got this money from, or maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe you fucking sold drugs. I don't fucking know. But why wouldn't it be in a bank? And he's like, oh, he's talking about betting me. I got money. I bet you my bank statement will outshow yours right now. I was like, how much you want to bet on that? Yeah, I had. Yeah. He didn't win that. Just. But then I had to like kind of humble him. I'm like, yo, bro, like you didn't do shit for that. So, I worked my no, you didn't. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't care. It is what it is. But there is like that little, when you're around people like that, but that just comes down to who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? I was around some people that I probably wouldn't even consider being around now. Like, my whole vibe's changed. It's like, I would rather be, it has, bro. Like I at the time, I'd rather be in the club. Like, oh yeah, I'll go get a table in the club. I'm like, if it was with you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll go to a club and like flex with you guys, like, because we're just gonna have a good time. Like, if we got it as a company, fuck it, let's go have a good time and let's bring our friends and let's have a fucking good night and maybe do something that not everybody that's coming can afford. You know what I mean? Like, fucking show out. I had just a little sidetrack story. It's kind of funny though. So for my 27th birthday, I think it was my 27th to 28th. I never really had like a lot of money to do shit on my birthday, or never did a big birthday party. So like the year before, I just mentioned to some of my friends I was going to OVT for my birthday, and like all my friends showed up to OVT. Whether or not that was because Rachel hit them up or whatever, it doesn't really matter. All my friends showed up to OVT. So then the following year on my birthday, I had money, and I'm like, oh, I've never had a suite. I never got a suite at a hotel or anything like that. Never got a table that I paid for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in other people's VIP sections, but I've never really done that myself. So I booked a suite at Resorts. It wasn't like nothing crazy. It was big, but it wasn't like crazy. It was like $700 for the night or something like that. So I booked this suite. I figured it just fit all my friends in it, like whatever. I got a table at a club in Tropicana. I got a couple bottles, all this. And I told all my friends, I'm like, yo, like, just come out. Like, everything's paid for. Like, you don't got to pay for shit. You got a place to stay. I just want to hang out with everybody. Like, it was during the week, so I kind of get it. But I let people know ahead of time, like, yo, so you get off work. None of my friends came. None. It was me and Rach, and then two of her like Asian friends showed up, which was still dope because it's just me and VIP with three badass bitches. But so like I really wasn't that mad. And some of my friends like worked at the club, so I got to see them. But like none of my other friends showed up. And it's not to say that they were like being bad friends or
that.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I didn't realize at the time that sometimes like doing that, people might think like, oh, he wants me to throw money up or this or that. Like, oh, they feel obligated and if they don't have it. But that's not at all how I was. But it was just funny that like I spent all that money and I had a better time on my birthday the year before.
And OBT.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So it's like, you know, the whole buy happiness thing. It doesn't always equate to that. But it's a good time. I still had fun. That was the first time I took a Cialis. That was lit. So if you don't know, Cialis is like a 36-hour pill. So like, if the wind blows the right way, you're like, it's game time. And it was game time like 10 times in one stay at this hotel. It was lit.
Hotel sex was different.
It is, bro.
It's
You just be
different,
disrespecting. I had her up against the window of the beach view and shit.
Dog, this one time I had a suite at the ocean, dog.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like.
Big body quipo.
All right, we got to end the podcast now.
What are we at? Oh, we are at an hour.
Yeah.
Would you look at the time?
Well, would you look at the conversation? We got to go.
I mean, you can go.
Gladly.
Welcome to the Van Jam Podcast After Dark.
All right.
All right, well, we'll wrap up. What was this, our 5th episode?
Yeah.
5th episode of the podcast. We hope you're enjoying all the madness that is us. I don't like your little smirks. I'm going to be honest with you. You have some poorly timed smirks.
It's because
You think of shit. You need to say it because when you don't say it, it just comes off as condescending. Not necessarily in this instance, but earlier when I was talking about people that influence me, you start laughing and I'm like, all right, bitch. Like, fuck you.
I immediately go like Jack Daniels, Michelob Ultra. Like, just immediately like all
It's like, and I know it's because you
Don
halfway think of the
Julio.
joke in your head and you're not willing to say it out loud, but you have to say it out loud because I'm going to call you on it next time and I'm going to start flaming you on the podcast. I was like, yeah, there's people that influence me. She's like, nobody influences him. Alcohol. Fuck you. I love you.
Love me too.
What's the one that, the food one? What do they say? The fucking podcast where they're arguing about food.
Oh, taste buds. No matter what happens, I love you. No matter what happens, I love you. No matter what happens, I love you.
All right, well, we can wrap it up.
All right, bud.
Appreciate you guys for listening, watching, whatever you're doing.
Thank you if you made it this far.
Thus far. Yeah. I just like to say thus. I don't even know if it actually fits. Like,
okay.
That's all. Hoomst. Whilst. That's a good one.
All right, bye.
Whilst.